This is your news bulletin from Power 102 Digital.
It is Tuesday, 6 February 2024. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. This is news to 6 a.m. on News Power Digital. Let's start with some good news. Tobago reigned supreme with two contestants, Nataki Thompson and Casey Davidson, among the top three at the 2024 National Junior Calypso Monarch competition yesterday, held at the Queen's Park Savannah. Second place went as 10-year-old Zachary Ransom of Montrose Government Primary School, who performed Save the Teacher. Thompson, 14, of Scarborough Secondary School, was victorious after winning the hearts of the judges and the audience at the Queen's Park Savannah with her performance of Your Purpose. While Davidson, 15, of Bishop's High School in Tobago, copped third position with the song Something Wrong. Recording artist Kashif Sankar, a.k.a. Cayman 6, was granted $40,000 bail with surety when he appeared before Master Margaret Sukraj Goswami at the North High Court yesterday after he was charged with gang-related offenses. Sankar was charged with offenses under the Anti-Gang Act of 2021, specifically one being a gang member contrary to sections 5.1b, 2 professing to be a gang member contrary to sections 5.1d. In addition, Sankar, Kashif, Nikita Payne, and Aryan Sankar were jointly charged with offenses of possession of ammunition. The arrest and charges stem from investigations conducted by the Special Investigation Unit Gang Enforcement Team into videos posted on social media platforms by the artist Cayman 6. The inquiry spanned from March 2023 to present and focused on Cayman 6's activities, during which time he was observed singing and using expressive gestures in videos that seemingly incited violence, promoted the Six Gang, accompanied by his alleged self-professed affiliation as a gang member to intimidate the public. Another earthquake has been recorded in Trinidad and Tobago. The UA Seismic Research Center recorded the 5.2 magnitude quake occurring at 10:18 p.m. last evening, Monday, February 5th. Its location, latitude 11.01 north, longitude 62.06 west, at a depth of 32 kilometers. It was felt in Port of Spain, Arima, San Juan, St. Augustine, and some parts of Chaguanas. There were no reports of injury, no damage. On Saturday, 3rd February, another 5.2 quake was experienced at 2:33 p.m. in Trinidad and Tobago. Opposition leader Kamala Prasad-Bissessar yesterday called on Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley to give Trinidad and Tobago a new and competent National Security Minister, Police Commissioner, Police Service Commission, and Attorney General. The UNC leader said, only with these changes can he show he's serious about tackling the violent crime crisis in the country, Prasad-Bissessar said last night at the UNC's Monday night report in El Socorro, San Juan. She noted there will be a government media briefing on national security today, Tuesday, adding, Prime Minister Rowley says, I say, if you are a name man, move Fitzgerald Hines, move Early here with Christopher, and move AG Reginald Armour and the Police Service Commission, and look for a proper COP, and pack your bags and call the election. The body of 85-year-old Trinidadian-born Hyacinth Gardner, who was visiting for Carnival, was found yesterday morning in Arima. Police said just before 9 a.m. yesterday, officers from the Arima Police Station received a call that led to them to the home of Gardner of Lime Boulevard, Santa Rosa, where they found her body lying on the ground. Parts of the home seemed to be ransacked. The area was cordoned off, and the body was viewed by the district medical officer, who informed officers there appeared to be marks of violence on the body. A post-mortem has been ordered to confirm the cause of death. Initial reports indicate police suspect Gardner was killed during a robbery. A vehicle matching the description of the one she owns was found in Waterfield yesterday morning. Gardner was a teacher who lived in the U.S. The police service will be out at full strength during Carnival festivities in TNT this year. Assistant Commissioner of Police in the Northwestern Division, Winston Mirage, gave the commitment while speaking at a news conference held by the Ministry of National Security yesterday, Monday. Mirage, who is the gold commander for 2024 Carnival, told the media major police officers will be out to protect and serve during the busy Carnival period, adding officers on vacation have been called out to ensure existing strength of the TTPS is boosted. Meanwhile, TT Defense Force Operations Officer Colonel Colin Millington said support will be given to the TTPS across all divisions in the country during the Carnival season. He said measures have been taken to ensure that Carnival and non-Carnival related events have the backing of the Defense Force supporting the TT Police Service. In news of the region, the Guyana Teachers Union says it's assessing the response to its calls for a general strike to press demands for increased salaries for educators. The industrial action comes at a time when students are preparing for the National Grade 6 Assessment Examination and the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate Examination. Prior to the industrial action, Chief Education Officer Saddam Hussein warned that if teachers went on strike, the actions will be illegal. And finally, the independent body that reviews how the owner of Facebook moderates online content has said the firm should label fake posts rather than removing them. The oversight board said Meta had the right not to remove a fake video of US President Joe Biden because it did not violate the manipulation of media policy. However, it said the policy was incoherent and should be widened beyond its scope ahead of a busy election year coming in 2024. And that's news to 6 a.m. right here on News Power Digital. We'll have major news coming your way at 7 a.m. Good morning.
Up to date and credible. Power 102 Digital.
Good morning, neighbors, on this 6th day of February 2024. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us on the Power Breakfast Show on Power 102 Digital. On the show this morning, you just heard from Paul Richards. We'll hear from Richard Ragoobarsingh. We got Shane. We've got Ruben in the background. My name is Steve Khan. Let's get straight into it. It's a warm one already. It's 26 degrees. At Piarco, 27 at Crown Point, and the roads are a lot lighter than usual. Well, lighter than yesterday at the same time. Got a little traffic as you approach Sugargonas, and from Monroe Road, Piarco to Huey, and then straight into Port of Spain, you'll pick up some traffic. All right. Let's hear Santa's hellos first thing this morning. Oliver Man Warren, good morning to you. Patricia McLean, good morning. DJ Ray out in Tampa. Maria Celia Mogane, Carol Joseph, Marcia Rock out in Florida, Wendy and James. West Indies, well, got battered with a third one-day international. They made 86 runs all out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. CJ New York, good morning. Carol Guevara, Wayne B, Yen Acham. Randy Kelly, good morning to you. Let's see who sent us hellos on WhatsApp. Dan Raj, good morning. JNC Auto Security, good morning. Hope all is well with you guys. All right. Good morning to you, Paul Richards.
Good morning, Steve Khan. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world watching, including my professor, Dr. Janine Montagano in Michigan, USA.
Michigan, all right.
Jeannie Montagano. Dr. Jeannie Montagano.
Good morning to you, Doctor. Hope all is well.
Said she enjoyed the show yesterday.
Okay, nice. Like that. Like to hear that. All right. It's a warm one already, Paul. It's Tuesday before Carnival.
You're at the stadium last time. You come and studying all of it.
Yeah, but I saw a picture of
the meme. All you at the stadium become a show studying.
Had to study. I start to laugh.
That's so funny.
I start to laugh. But PNM Fed scored big time. Boy. I saw a picture of the crowd.
Well, I'm sure it had nothing else.
Nothing else. Tonight is Cass, Patrice Roberts tomorrow, Voicey on Thursday.
It's interesting how they take up the days of the week.
Yeah, boy.
Well, they're following, so they have to maximize. They're all following Masha's lead, which is smart.
Mm-hmm.
Very talented young people, and they realize, well, there's money to be made. People looking for stuff to do, and it's great shows. They're putting on good shows.
Yeah.
Last
night was the Three Canal show at
Sold Out.
Sold out. Mm-hmm. Good morning to Wendell and the crew. Well done. It's only because he was on the program last week that it sold out.
I agree with that.
Yes, you have no other choice. But yes, that is it. That is it.
Let's say good morning to Nataki Thompson, who is the new National Junior Calypso Monarch from Tobago.
Mm-hmm.
And also Cookies, I hope I pronounced it right, Davidson, who was in the top 3, also from Tobago. And Zachary Ransom, who we celebrated last week, who's won another, placed second. This young man is doing very well.
Mm-hmm.
But Nataki Thompson is the new Junior Calypso Monarch. Congratulations to them all. I went to Savannah for a little bit yesterday and took them in. They're so talented.
Yeah, they are, you know. They are. Let me tell you, the young ones with the calypsos, with the steel pan, some lovely. I mean, the steel pan is like a steel pan panorama finals.
Yeah,
they play so well. So kudos to young people. Kudos to you guys. You guys are doing remarkable work. Remarkable work. I mean,
Beverly Ramsey came out firing guns yesterday when conversation started about whether she had a conflict of interest with her band winning, Cats and Jammers winning the Tobago title. She said, it have enough dotishness to go. She didn't mince words at all. She said, as a matter of fact, Trinbago's constitution allows for it. Not only that, she could not be president of Trinbago if she were not part of a band. As was Keith Diaz, as was all the others before her. So
yeah.
They're talking about when they're talking about that conflict of interest nonsense. Gypsy also came up blazing and rubbished. Talks about conflict of interest. You know?
Mm-hmm.
The Carnival, mild controversies are brewing. Yeah, a big one.
Well, every year we have some sort of controversy.
You know? So she said that they're talking dotishness about that conflict. She said if she were not part of a band, she could not be president of Trinbago or management of a band. So, and their constitution allows for it. So, it's not like she's the judges.
No,
but they can say the same thing for Gypsy too. The difference is that Trinbago is not the funder of the carnival events like NCC is. But
yeah,
I'm sure Gypsy will put a verse about all this in the Calypso on Sunday.
Yeah, coming up on the Sunday.
Yeah, he trained a verse for people who seem to be his detractors. Anyway,
are you
so
one
that's
of
the
those
good news this morning?
Are you one of those that must watch the Marsh Gras?
No, not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
Long ago, yes, not anymore. To be very honest.
Yeah, I could just picture the stage. The stage from
production value
years
is just,
ago. Oh yeah,
that's just can't handle the production value.
Oh yeah,
and no matter. Not
that
it's not produced for TV. Don't put it up. I guess if you're there, you get a different experience. But for TV, no. It's not a well-produced show for TV.
No, it's not. Yeah.
A recording artist, Kashif Cayman 6 Sanka, was arrested and charged with being a gang member, contrary to Section 51B and Sections 51D of the Anti-Gang Act. He appeared at the North High Court, charged with gang-related offenses. This is the same one what country banned the day before yesterday?
St. Kitts and Grenada.
St. Kitts and Grenada. Good for them.
You
understand? They said the arrest and charges stemming from an investigation conducted by the Special Investigations Gang Enforcement Team into videos he posted on social media. The inquiry spanned from March 2023. He was observed singing and using expressive gestures in videos that seemingly incited violence and promoted the Six Gang, accompanied by his alleged self-professed affiliation to a gang member to intimidate the public. What I want to know is, what if he mounts the defense and says that's all art? It's just a video, and I was just doing that to bring the song to life. And it's all art. You understand? Because people play love interest in videos, don't mean they have a love interest.
Yeah.
They reenact car chases from police
Mm-hmm.
videos. They reenact going to the moon. I don't mean the astronaut. You understand?
True.
So what if he goes to court and says, unless they have other evidence, maybe they have other evidence, and they say, well, he says his defense says, well, it's just a video. He was just making a video to his song. Because they said that the investigation stemmed from him posting these things on video.
Yeah.
You know, but we see how it rolls out. He was also charged along with, where is the piece of this?
He was involved in an accident coming from the airport in St. Augustine.
Months ago.
Yeah, right in December, 4 people died, including an innocent individual.
Yeah, Nikita Peen and Aryan Sanka were also jointly charged with the offense of possession of ammunition. So, well, the ammunition is not a video. There is tangible evidence.
Yeah.
But we see if the gang charges stick. You know? Another earthquake last night, another 5.2.
Yeah, I felt that one as I hit the bed and I just about closed my eyes.
Well,
I felt
Steve, you hitting the bed could cause an earthquake. Let's get serious. So I don't know that's cause for seismic research unit to run a story. You hitting the bed, I mean, that's an earthquake by itself.
That is so true. I hit that bed so hard. I was so tired, actually.
You know, but it's strange. Another 5.2.
5.2.
10:18 last night.
Saturday was 5.2. You know, as you say that, you know what is strange when we're talking about numbers? That the pick 2 number that played in the morning, the same 2 numbers played again after lunch.
Serious, bro.
Yeah, it played at 10:30, the same 2 numbers. I started last year, what? Not 1, but 2. And then Ingrid called me yesterday. I was about to dial Ingrid, and I punched a number and now would hit it talk. She called me. So I said, pick a number fast. So she said 7. I know 7 came at 10:30.
Okay.
I said, gosh, numbers there, boy.
Really sad story here.
Oh,
An
God.
85-year-old Trinidadian born
Couldn't understand.
living in the US who came back for Carnival was murdered.
Yeah.
Her body found in her Rima house home.
Marks of violence.
In Santa
If
Rosa.
they're going to rob a home, why you have to kill somebody? The same thing they did by Elscoro a couple of weeks ago with the guy that went and robbed the house. They killed him in a horrible manner too. He suffocated to death. Why you have to do that? They're not teaching you all that in school.
Because they're monsters.
They're monsters. I met a guy.
For Carnival, buy your ticket, work for your money, buy your ticket, 85 years old, come to enjoy Carnival. In your home, and they come to rob you and kill you. Really sad. Condolences to her family and friends. I don't know. That's very, very, very disturbing. Very, very sad story. Meanwhile, there was a press conference yesterday hosted by the Ministry of National Security and included senior members of the TT Police Service and Defense Force and Fire Services, who are, of course, coordinating to ensure that Carnival is safe. They said they've overseen over 60 events already safely, and they have, to their credit. And they're out in full force leading into Monday and Tuesday. So,
and the Prime Minister has a press conference today. I believe it's on crime at 10:30.
Yeah,
because we'll bring that to you live as soon as it starts at 10:45. At 10:30 press conference, we'll
if you're lucky.
If you're lucky. You know,
because the one yesterday that was scheduled for 2:30 didn't start till just about 3 o'clock. I don't know why they do that.
Why does that happen?
Why do you give a time for a press conference and then continuously start it late? I just never understand that.
I agree with you. I can never understand that.
I never understand that. So we sit in your newsroom waiting, and it never starts on time.
Not only that, the population is sitting there waiting. Oh, God, the Prime Minister is talking. Minister of National Security is talking. 10:30, 2:30.
Or you think get a hobby from Mrs. R, you know?
You what?
Or you think get a hobby from Mrs. R? She started already.
What, really? What's she saying?
I didn't even understand it, to be very honest.
Huh?
She just, I just had to laugh, yes.
Okay. Mrs. R?
Or you think get a hobby from Mrs. R?
To bed, close your eyes. Go back to bed.
Clearly needs a hobby.
Easy, darling. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Ronald Pierre, Randy Kelly. Morning. Sankofa, good morning to you as well. Send us a message. And don't forget our morning poll. You have a less than half an hour to vote on it. Do you have an issue with the NCC chairman, Winston Gypsy Peters, in the Calypso finals? All right?
Gypsy ain't time with nobody now. Gypsy tell them not they talking nonsense and rubbish. She ain't time with them dancing song.
Yeah.
You understand? You ain't time with nobody. Never a dull moment.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Raleigh will host a press conference later on this morning, the Prime Minister. I think it's to talk about, because he did say that he's going to deal a lot with the national security issues that came up on his recent three-day trip to the U.S., Washington, D.C., where he had held meetings with the CIA, the FBI, and other significant law enforcement agencies in the U.S. about Trinidad and Tobago, and the fact that international crime operatives are liking, I think is the word they use, or focused on Trinidad and Tobago, which was a disturbing development. We asked the question why that possibly was yesterday. Well, porous borders, a penchant in some areas for corruption, or quite corruptible, and compromised in some areas. So they must be find us a lucrative or soft target in many ways. But the fact that they're talking about it to me is good, because they've identified that it is an issue, and hopefully they'll put systems in place to minimize or mitigate.
Yeah.
We've seen
everybody is talk about that. I shake my head sometimes.
We will see.
They have boats going back and forth as a ferry. But the authorities doesn't seem to know that.
Yep.
You know. Anyway, it's Carnival week. It is fete after fete. It is pace as we head to Carnival Monday and Tuesday. Juve. Let me just add that this is the last Juve band for 3 Canal. Should be really, really good. But yes, it is pace. A lot of people going to work. Sorry, what? Okay. That's how they're going to be. Like,
I don't get a sense that people partying like crazy, to be very honest. Like they would have any past that they're going.
To me, I don't think it's like the past. Let's use.
I don't get a sense people like partying like crazy, because it was so eerily normal yesterday for Monday before Carnival. It was eerily normal. You know, maybe they'll pick up at the end of the week. I think Carnival is missing competitions like Soca Monarch, to be very honest.
Well, everybody is saying that.
All the music groovy.
Yeah, they missed
most of the music groovy. I really think it's missing it, because I mean, I guess there are a couple. I see a lot of the artists putting out their road mixes for Road March.
Yeah, this is the week the road mixes will come out.
So I don't know. I think it's missing Soca Monarch or a competition of that nature to change the gear of the Carnival into the last week. Generally, you find Army is a fete where they all kind of stake the claim as to where they want to be in the Road March race, which is obviously the top, and it changes gears into the last week of Carnival. No gear and change to me. It's just very, very ordinary. Maybe the Marshall Monday missing too, the excitement about that, you know?
Yeah.
Going to that, and then coupled with no Marshall Monday, no Soca Monarch. So it's there's a kind of space. a kind of void that is
Yeah.
being felt.
What is there on Friday evening? What is there on Friday night now?
Nothing that I know about.
Nothing. Nothing.
Well,
I can think of.
there've always been other events, eh?
Well, apart from the other events, but Soca Monarch used to be the event.
Yeah.
And because I've been to it a few times, well, and it really missing the Soca Monarch for sure. Really is.
Yeah, I agree with
that.
that.
Soca Monarch. It used to be Panorama Saturday, Kings and Queens, and Calypso Monarch on the Sunday.
Carnival.
After the March Grass, straight into Juve.
Yeah.
And then there's Monday night with Brass. Well, that is on.
It'll be interesting to see how the level of the size of bands crossing the Savannah stage this year. It'll be very interesting to see, how much participation there is, because many of the band leaders had suggested that crime was affecting registration, but other people are suggesting it's not crime alone; it's your high prices.
Yeah.
And your prohibitive prices.
I don't even know how much for a costume now.
Well, a friend of mine told me a lot of the bands have these deals now where you could pay $2,000, $2,500, don't get the full costume. You still get some food and breakfast on Tuesday and Monday, and you enjoy the band, but not in full costume and they created these packages because I see you sending for breakfasts.
Yes, how you know that? And there it is.
Because you dipped into your back pocket.
That is now being handed over. I didn't pay my bill for Manos for the month of January, so I'm paying that bill now.
Just the expression of joy on your face where food is concerned told me everything I needed to know.
Fried bacon, cheese.
Expression of abject joy on your face. You're on food.
Yeah, if it's one meal that I have to eat would be breakfast. I must eat something in the morning. I have my coffee here already. So when I come off the air, I'll have my breakfast and drink my coffee and do my work in between.
Resist commentary, Paul. Resist.
Yeah, leave it right there. And it's just an
resist commentary.
But I was looking for something here regarding. I don't know I don't know who sent it to me. I don't know, Bobby. I don't know if you sent it to me. Something with tribe. I don't know if it's Bobby. Something about computerized bartenders or something like that.
So let's open the phone lines and ask them to let's comment. Do you think the absence of Soca Monarch is affecting Carnival negatively? We started a poll early this morning.
I'm not going to tell you it's an early poll. Morning, Gerard and Joseph.
Let's give us a call. Let me hear what you think. What do you think? Are you feeling a difference since the absence of Soca Monarch? Do you think the absence of Soca Monarch is affecting Carnival negatively? What do you think?
Yeah.
You think Carnival is the same without Soca Monarch? Give us a call. I don't know what you think. I know you all have strong views on these
Carnival
things.
is same without Soca Monarch.
Yeah.
Toll-free number is working. 222-8255 is working.
Usually people, there's such a frenetic energy yesterday into this week.
Yeah, and you feel it.
Such a frenetic energy, but it's just kind of absent. It's just so quiet, I find. Maybe because I ain't fit in, so I just out of it.
I have not been to one. Actually, I wouldn't mind going Panorama on Saturday. I won't mind. But you see, the way I look at it, one, I have to come on the road with all these idiots. Or as I say that, Ministry of Works and Transport, and the powers that be, could you all do something about that flyover by NP and Ragoobarsingh heading your Port of Spain?
The way it's dilapidated and disgusting looking.
And you know what they do? They pave over the metal grates that's supposed to expand with the heat and so on. So it's big humps. So this morning, when I exit there, as I hit the bend, I have to slam on my brakes because the county left and the county right are now going over these humps at 2 miles an hour. It really is terrible. So, I just hear the guy behind me screeching tires, and I'm like, oh gosh, I'm going to get hit. You cannot come off a ramp and then want to mash your brakes to go over a hump. Ministry of Works and Transport, could you all deal with that, please? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, sir.
Morning, sir. How are you?
I'm okay.
Are you feeling the feeling?
Well, yes, but it's blessed to be in Trinidad, Don't mind we having crime and things, but I tell somebody, when I'm watching the other countries, other worlds, look right now in Palestinian, I water come out my eye, I watching YouTube, 20,000 children lost their life, and America supporting that, and America supporting these Jews and them. I don't like America, Plain talk, I don't like America. I like Latin countries. Because what I am seeing, America is and other are supporting these Jews and them. They kill the Palestinians and them. Yesterday, you didn't see South Africa come out and talk about it, genocide, and that it's good taking place. And I just tell somebody, the Democrats not ready for black for us, The Democrats don't like us, but we just feel the Democrats like us. I do free. But I want to ask for Richard something.
You go ahead and ask him.
Yeah. For Richard, when you was questioning the commissioner of police, you had the commissioner of police on her back foot because when you ask that question, I see that she had to turn to the other guy watch her, so telling me well, she will have the answer, but she turned to him and he eye open big because I good thing he had the answer to help out.
Well, I don't know that the commission has to have all the answers. That's why she has deputies, otherwise she come by herself.
Yes, but at the same time, too, remember you asked that question and she's speaking, but she's stuttering because the commissioner, you're supposed to be years in the service. You won't have all the answers, but you're supposed to be abreast on certain things that taking place. I was a former police.
I don't know that I had anybody stuttering. If people stuttered, they stuttered. I'm not claiming responsibility for that.
But you did a good job. Are you a psychologist?
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Okay. You did a good job. And you keep up the good work. And Mr. Steve Khan, all have a blessed.
Same to you.
Carnival weekend. Don't drink.
Be safe.
No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm opening the.
Are you going to any events?
Listen to me before I go. Since the police go command and them gonna keep Carnival safe, why during the year they don't have that same thing going to the country?
Well, I've heard that before, and a lot more resources going to the short period of Carnival, and that it is unsustainable to have everybody not on leave consistently. So
if you are away now, you have to come back to.
I don't know that, but I know. I think they said yesterday, not more than 15%. I think they said of people are allowed on leave during Carnival during these high demand periods.
Yeah, boy. Well, boy, I pray God that everything pass nice because no matter what, the tourists love this country. They come in droves. Yeah.
That's the
thing. So we know to make, and it's for us, especially youth and them, to put on their good behavior and make them feel welcome. Because the same way you would like to go away in other countries to be welcome by other people, we're supposed to put on that best behavior. So you all have a blessed day, and may God richly bless you all.
Well, let's hope so. Thank you, my friend.
Have a safe Carnival.
All righty. Thank you. Good
Alistair
morning.
Hart says, I don't feel any difference. Rena Jennings says she doesn't feel any difference. PT Singh says no.
Good morning, caller.
Good morning, gentlemen. How's everybody?
Good morning, big guy. I looked out for you in the airport yesterday. I didn't see you.
No, I got stuff going on, man. I can't come this year.
Ellie.
Morning.
No,
send some love to Mrs. R. She seems a little lonely this morning.
Just behind Far Rockaway, behind Kennedy Airport in Far Rockaway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see how one show, that is how the soca, not one show, I don't want to say one show because Panama, if you have no Panama, it will affect the whole carnival. I don't see how Soca Monarch, which is held on Fantastic Friday, which has not arrived as yet, could be affecting Carnival. And if it is, Carnival got to be in a bad way. Okay? It will affect the Friday night. People who are accustomed going to Soca Monarch wouldn't go. Maybe they have other things affected, maybe crime, maybe the economy. But my opinion, I said, is I don't think that one show could be affecting Carnival from all now, the days before. Because long time you used to have tears, fete, years ago, other fetes, different fetes, and you go to a fete. But I think it could be crime and it could be economy. That is my take on it. But again, I don't think one show will affect the whole Carnival. All right, gentlemen?
All right, thank you.
All right, big guy. Have a good one.
Okay, have a nice day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Carol again.
And Paul.
Good morning.
I have a question. This issue of the person from Tobago, the Tobago monarch, automatically being admitted to the Calypso Monarch competition. Was that always the case, or is that something new?
No, I think that was always the case. It's been the case for quite a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I really don't remember.
It's like when we had Soca Monarch, and Soca Monarchs from across the region automatically made the finals here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering because I really hadn't heard of it before. Probably just never.
Yeah, it's been in place for a while.
Before. Okay. All right then. Okay, guys. Have a good day.
All
Have a
right,
good day. Be safe.
All right, 222-8255. You can do like big guy out in Far Rockaway in New York, behind Kennedy Airport, and call 866-525-1099. We were supposed to get Michael Tej on the program this morning, but he said, boss, he said, Steve, I'm tired, boy. I'm tired. And just getting busier and busier. And I said, oh, yeah, probably. You know what? After Carnival, we'll do a post program. Say, yeah, man, no problem. Because I know how it is doing this week with all these artists, especially when you have a good song. It's non-stop.
Well, most people won't be available this week. Particularly, they would rarely be participating in other people's shows also. So they're making guest appearances in Cass and Patrice and Voice shows. So.
Not forgetting the private events that they go and make appearances at. Good morning, caller.
Hey, Mr. Steve Khan, Mr. Paul Richard,
Mr. Patrick.
Mr. Singh, and Mr. Wendell. Morning.
Morning, Mr. Walker.
This whole issue about Carnival 2024. Economics playing a big role in Carnival right now.
I agree with you.
A lot of people have money. A lot of people come out of Christmas and we usher straight into Carnival, which is very close after Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And a lot of people, they had money for Carnival because children going back to school, you have to buy your food, your groceries, and price of groceries gone up.
Prices of groceries has gone up. So right about that.
It's gone up again, because I went in the grocery the other day. I went in the market yesterday to buy some tomatoes. $20 a pound of tomatoes.
Jeez. I haven't gone to a market in a long time, and I love going to a market.
It's gone up, so the people prioritizing the funds, going to do the spirit, but it have the lovers of Carnival who will put out the money, come from the States, come from Canada, England.
Take out loans, take out Carnival loans.
The bank gave you loan for Carnival still.
Yeah.
So that people enjoying Carnival. And it has some expensive costume here, brother. It has some costume $6,000. You know?
Yeah.
So
and more.
And so and crime and all, because all these sets and them others have CIC, Fatima, Bishops, all them fell score.
Yeah.
All them fell sell out.
Yeah.
You understand?
Exactly. So I don't know how much financial woes could be affecting. Because all those feds, you have to beg for tickets to get them, to get in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to tell you.
But then to be fair, you can't
look forward to these feds.
Can you widen that to the general population? Because that is literally a particular demographic they're targeting, alumni, and so I don't know that applies to every general citizen.
When you listen to the news, they say 66,000 tourists coming to Trinidad for this year Carnival. How much it was last year?
No, people need to, the story. You know what the story said? The story actually said, if you take airlift capacity, we should have 66,000. They didn't confirm that 66,000 coming in.
Right.
They said there are 66,000 seats available coming into the country based on all the airlines and the flights and all of that. So they didn't necessarily say.
We have a temperature by how much hotel space have. If hotels sell out, we are hearing these things on the tourist board, we are hearing what going on, so we could make a postmortem on the Carnival.
Well, Mr. Patrick, you can't do a postmortem before Carnival finish.
Yes. But you could do a pre.
You could do a pre-mortem.
You could do it before.
You could do a pre-postmortem.
Oh, Paul, you know what I said?
I just listen to what you're saying. You want to do the postmortem before Carnival. That's why you do that.
What I'm saying, you could make a form of assessment.
You can do an assessment of how it's going. Yes, I agree with that.
You could do an assessment by how things going.
They should know by now how many hotels are booked up and how many flights are actually booked.
Right, you could know these things already because a Carnival already began. Right?
Yep.
The crime and all of ours has serious effect on Carnival. I was here, the news yesterday was asking the masked men and them, how much people play in masks this year to understand what they said, that crime affect the mask bands and them. Right? So we see what's going on, but
I just googled.
Up, man, don't worry.
I just googled for last day the CSO estimated that 27,375 people visited TNT to participate in the festivities for 2023. Estimated to spend a total of $61.6 million US. They're also
and we do have US. And another thing, we do have US.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Patrick.
They didn't say they don't have US. They said US is limited.
US is limited.
Who want US? Who have the power to want US to get US here? It's only me and you had to struggle for the $300.
Yeah, that's all. No, the other day I went to the bank. I said, "Can I get 20 US?" Did you make an appointment?
No, hear this. I went to the bank last week because a friend of mine was traveling and I wanted her to get something for me. And you cannot get US without an airline ticket. So I asked her, I said, so if I want to give a friend of mine $200 to get something for me because she's traveling, I can't get 200 US in Trinidad and Tobago. That's where we reach.
Yeah.
I said, if I do have a plane ticket and I am not traveling, I can't get US. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
How ridiculous is that?
But every other island you can get US, huh?
And I know about every other island, but imagine that if you don't have an airline ticket that you can show them, you're not going to get the US. You can't say, well, my cousin, my mother, my brother, my wife, my husband is traveling, and I want to give them 200 or 300 US to get some stuff for me, and I will be denied US at commercial banks because I am not traveling. That is like mind-blowing to me. We could spend hundreds of thousands of US dollars to bring in Courvoisier and all kind of high-end rum that only a few people drinking and can afford. Go figure. Poverty is hell. Let's go to the papers. It is Tuesday, the 6th of February, 2024. Let's start with the Express. Cayman 6 charge. Trinidad artist Cayman 6 has been slapped with 2 gang-related charges. and also possession of ammunition charges. Carjacking caught on camera. Did you see that, Steve? Did you see it? Is he still there? No, he gone. Okay. Thanks for helping out. Cats and Jammers again. The National Panama Medium Conventional Steel Band title is staying in Tobago. Tobago tops National Junior Calypso Monarch competition. We congratulated earlier this morning Nataki Thompson and Chris Davidson, who are both from Tobago, among the top 3, and a young Mr. Ransom came second. She came home to Carnival and her death. 85-year-old woman, sad. Carnival never killed at home. And also, let's move to The Guardian now. Stakeholders want solid anti-crime solutions from Prime Minister today. Cayman 6 banned from St. Kitts. Retired teacher killed in Santa Rosa. Kamala wants purge of national security heads, including the Minister of National Security, the AG, the Police Service Commission, and the Commissioner of Police. Hines confirms FBI CIA support for Carnival. NCC Chairman Gypsy rubbishes talk of conflict of interest in CAISO final. And 3 charged after food cart robbery. Makila scolds government and UNC for not holding anti-crime talks. Let's move to the Newsday now. For today, Tuesday, Hines, Sando Hill death still under probe. Staff work weekends to process police back pay. First Citizens records 18% increase in profits. Hines, camouflage sin shorts, not against the law, he said yesterday in the press conference. It had to actually look like a TT Defense First Reform. So a woman wearing a shorts does not fall into that category. So common sense has to take over. Tobago's Nataki Thompson takes Junior Calypso Monarch crown. Congratulations to her. Economists separate exploration and production company, nothing new. Trinidad artist came on 6 charge and granted bail for being a gang member. And Solia goes on trial for 2006 Port of Spain assault. Hines, Tuesday update by the Prime Minister on the $100 million proposed for hotspot law enforcement intervention. And Kamala, TNT must call for end to Israel-Palestinian conflict. So those are trending stories in your Guardian, your Express, and your Newsday for today, Tuesday the 6th of February, 2024.
Yep. All right. When we come back, we'll give you our results of our morning poll.
Say good morning to Ragoobarsingh now. Go ahead.
Hatco Facebook presents Jazz in the Village 2024, Wednesday, February 7th. Contribution $200. Featuring Dr. Len Booksy Sharp, Romaro Graves, A.T.N. Charles, Jeff Medina, Anis Hafez Hadid, Duvon Stewart, Douglas Redo, Johan Chokri, and the Aidan Hagley Band. Gates open at 2 p.m., showtime 3 p.m. And this all takes place at the Hatco Phase 2 Panyard, 13 Hamilton Street, Woodbrook. See you there.
Brass fans, get ready for Carnival Monday night. We are back. Brass Bacchanal. Brass Bacchanal. 10 outstanding brass bands, all vying for combined prize pool of $500,000. What a thrilling musical showdown.
Brass Bacchanal, a spectacular event hosted by the National Carnival Commission.
Carnival Monday night, February 12th. The festivities kick off at 9 p.m. at the iconic Queen's Park Savannah in Port of Spain.
The energy promises to be contagious. Performances unforgettable. Secure your tickets now at Cachet stores nationwide, Java Nation, Port of Spain, and Food Hall of Piaco Plaza, NCC Box Office, Queen's Park Savannah, and online at islandetickets.com. Brass Bacchanal, where energy equals contagion.
The crowning of the Chutney Soca Monarch, the Queen of Chutney Soca. It's Chutney Royalty at Skinner Park, San Fernando. Saturday, 10th February, 8 p.m. 12 of the biggest names in Chutney Soca, together with the biggest names on the Carnival circuit. Ravi B, Nisha B, and Karma. Nishad M, Young Bretta and Pimpin, Ruklal G, Nival Chaitlal, Kalnayak Dance Academy, DJ Anna and Simo. Hosted by Big Rich and international soca media influencer Carla Henry from the USA. It's the biggest night. It's the biggest party. party. It's the colors of chutney. The party starts immediately following the competition. Wear white and enjoy the colored cannons as we herald the colors of unity of our blessed nation, TNT. The Chutney Soca Monarch 2024 is sponsored by media partners, IETV, Boom 94, Lit 102.3, Power 102 Digital, social media partners, West Indian Chutney Music, Masala Entertainment, corporate sponsors, Harriet Sweets, B-Mobile, Blue Waters, Stamina Energy, Tourism Trinidad Limited, Caribbean Airlines, the official airline of CSM, are presenting sponsors, the National Carnival Commission of TNT Limited, and the Ministry of Tourism, Culture, and the Arts.
All righty. Good morning to you, Richie Rich.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Morning.
Being a little late this morning.
No. You like a press conference?
No, I was out a little too late last night.
I like the qualifier this morning.
Well, this morning.
As different to other mornings?
I wasn't late yesterday.
I can't say
one day. Wow.
Let's get the results of our morning poll from yesterday. Yesterday, we asked you, do you have an issue with the NCC's chairman, Winston Gypsy Peters, in the Calypso finals? That was our poll yesterday. The results are in. 82%. 8-2 said no.
Go hard, Gypsy. So our question this morning is based on the press conference hosted by the Minister of National Security, and including the police, the TT Defense Force, and the fire services, who assured that all systems are in place for a safe Carnival 2024. They also said the CIA and the FBI are also coordinating and are involved. So our question this morning is,
do you think the national security apparatus can ensure a safe TNT Carnival 2024? That's our poll this morning. Do you think that the national security apparatus can ensure a safe TNT Carnival 2024? Because that press conference yesterday, I watched part of it. That was the intent of that press conference, to make sure that all.
But they seem very organized there. To my what I saw, they seem very organized.
All branches were clear, and of course to also indicate that you could wear camouflage once it pink.
Well, you could wear camouflage once it doesn't look like a uniform. So a pom-pom shorts in camo is not a DT Defense.
What it doesn't resemble. You're right. Once it doesn't resemble the uniform.
Yeah. So
yeah. All right. 222-8255. Toll free North Americans, 866-525-1099. On WhatsApp at 318-1021. On Facebook and on YouTube. All right.
Well, that camouflage was long in coming. At least this is the first.
Yeah, but I mean, it's really common sense and truth. I brought up on a pom-pom shorts in camo colors. How is that national security threat?
Those kinds of things are seized.
Yeah. All right, Rich, you're right. Here we go. Rena Bodu Jennings says yes. Mrs. Ara says yes, Rich. Okay. I hope that's for the poll. Wayne B says yes. Cheryl Johnson. Good morning, guys. Yes. Finbar Collins. Yes. Michael across in London says definitely yes. I got Trevor Arima saying yes. All right. Do you think the national security apparatus can ensure a safe Trinidad and Tobago Carnival 2024? Yes or no? All right.
So you heard it. So it's 222 talk, 222-8255. North Americans, 866-525-1099, 866-525-1099, and that's absolutely toll free, just in case you didn't know. And of course, people on the web and whoever is viewing us via YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Insta Live, wherever you're watching us from. And of course, if you're listening to us on devices, you can also send your vote via those platforms. Just message us yes or no, as well as WhatsApp at 318-1021. We have all digital platforms covered.
Wendy and James.
Yes, sir.
Wendy and James says yes. Richard Duku, yes. Chris Tousse, yes. Carol,
Yeah, get the morning, Didn't you tell you, Steve? I get a little nudge this morning,
I'm not going there.
Oh, God.
I'm not going there.
Ragoobarsingh, if nothing else, you're consistent. I get it.
Carol Guevara says yes. Kenny out in Harlem. Kenny said, good morning. Now in Valsayn. Hey, Kenny, welcome to TNT. Yes to the poll. All right, Kenny out in Valsayn and not Harlem. Wayne Joseph in Ontario, Canada. I don't even know what the temperature is in Canada. I didn't even check. Says yes. Thank you so much.
Of course, good morning to all visitors visiting for Trinidad and Tobago Carnival. I saw there were protesters yesterday in front of the THA, Division of Culture. I know they have a specific name, but certain Tobago band leaders were protesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like Money Grip says yes, 100% to the poll. Do you think the national security apparatus can ensure a safe Trinidad and Tobago Carnival? Yes or no? All right. Ronald Pierre says yes. I wish to do it year round. But we should know at a press conference carded for 10:30, which will probably start at 10:45 this morning.
There's another press conference today from whom?
Prime Minister.
From Prime Minister.
Oh, the Prime Minister.
You know, that last week, Friday, when they asked him about crime questions, and he says he'll address crime questions at the press conference on Tuesday, which is today.
So I guess the press conference is on crime. All right. Carded for 10:30. My bet is that it will start at 10:45. 222-8255. Toll free. North Americans 866-525-1099. Do you think the national security apparatus can ensure a safe TNT Carnival? Yes or no? WhatsApp 318-1021. YouTube and on Facebook. As we head up towards I didn't prepare for news. Let me do that now.
You are seeing more roadblocks at various points. I would say that, and you are seeing more police around.
I'm always saying, I see them all the time. I've always told Steve that I see police officers, and even out of Carnival, I see a lot of it. I see a lot of it. I don't know if you all saw this while we were heading up to the news. A carjacking apparently took place at the car park of Super Farm.
Yeah, boy.
You know,
Look at that, people. Look at the screens. So she's coming out. The young man is jumping in the car. The white car is next to him, and they accost them and tell him get out.
This looks like broad daylight, huh?
It is broad daylight. Men with nothing to do. Waste of time.
You know, it's also what I observed also, which is really a sad paradigm, is that people almost know how to react now. Stay calm and just give them the car. You realize that?
Yeah.
Don't go into a frenzy because they'll put your life more at risk. But just stay calm and give them the keys, or let them take it for your own safety. This is like broad daylight.
Yeah.
One woman walk out. That woman very lucky there. You understand? She turned back and she digs off. To calmly come out to the car, give them the car, and let them go their way. The woman put her hands in the air. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
And it was go and take the car. Just don't hit me. Take the car.
Let's go.
Which is the smart thing to do. They reacted very constructively.
Yeah. Tatel, my car was stolen. Get it back. That's all.
Yeah. They tell with it. Don't fight it.
That was it. Ronald Pierce says yes. Aries born. Good morning, Aries born. Hope all is well with you, Aries born.
Do you think the national security apparatus can ensure a safe TNT Carnival 2024? He held a press conference yesterday to outline the plans and the coordination between various agencies, including the police, the TT Defense Force, and the fire services, and also indicated that they have CIA and FBI involvement coordinating to keep Carnival 2024 and also non-Carnival related events, they said, including neighborhoods, beaches, etc., safe. We don't want to leave vulnerable spots in town, right? So
I'm now getting reports gang invaded a home. Oh Lord, I'll send it for you. I don't know, All right, let's get into our news. Let's get it. Evie is in, and isn't she lovely? Would you like me to sing the whole song, Evie?
No.
Okay. All right.
This is your news bulletin from Power 102 Digital.
The TTPS will be at full strength during Carnival. MOU between Fed promoters and the TTPS said to be working well. Recording artist Kashif Sankar, aka Cayman 6, is granted bail after appearing before a magistrate, and a fake Biden video prompts call for Meta to label posts. Details in a moment. This is news to 7 o'clock on Power 102 Digital. I'm Avril Sintil-Bab. Good morning. The police service will be at full strength during Carnival festivities in Trinidad and Tobago this year. Assistant Commissioner of Police and head of the Northwestern Division, Winston Mirage, gave the commitment while speaking during a news briefing held at the Ministry of National Security in Port of Spain on Monday. Mirage, who is also the Gold Commander for 2024, told the media most of the police officers will be out to protect and serve during the busy Carnival period. He said officers on vacation have been called out to ensure the existing strength of the TTPS is boosted. Meanwhile, the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force Operations Officer Colonel Colin Millington says support will be given to the TTPS across all divisions in the country. He said measures have been taken to ensure all Carnival and non-related events have the backing of the Defense Force.
The support will be across all divisions throughout Trinidad and Tobago, and the strategies employed will ensure that all Carnival and non-Carnival related events are properly supported by the Defense Force. There'll be a visible presence throughout Trinidad and Tobago, both on land and at sea, in support of the police service.
A memorandum of understanding between the police service and FAT promoters is said to be working well, according to the Minister of National Security. It came into effect on January 8th, 2024. In the past, promoters expressed concerns over the cost associated with having police officers at events. However, after discussions between both sides, a policy document was formulated and shared with the organizers. It also involved several stakeholders, including the National Carnival Commission and the Tourism Ministry.
A memorandum of understanding was settled between the police service and the FET promoters, which has been put in place and which I understand information available to me is working quite well. So we would now see very much more managed events.
Speaking at a news briefing held on Monday afternoon, Minister Hines said that he was getting positive feedback on how the MOU has been working.
When the promoter indicates to the court that they expect, say for an example, 6,000 people, there's a formula in place to measure the number of people going into the FET, and when it gets to that number, then of course the fire service will intervene and ensure that no risks come to those already inside and those who might want to come inside. If there are any issues outstanding from that, the MOU contemplates that the ticket holders will have to resolve that with the FET promoters.
Opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissassa yesterday called on Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley to give TNT a new incompetent National Security Minister, Police Commissioner, Police Service Commission, and Attorney General. The UNC leader said only with these changes can he show that he's serious about tackling the violent crime crisis. She made the comments at last night's UNC Monday night report in El Socorro, San Juan. Persad-Bissassa noted that there will be a government media briefing on national security today, and she called on the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, to move the National Security Minister, Police Commissioner, and himself. She also called on Dr. Rowley to call elections now. Recording artist Kashif Sankar, aka K-Man 6, was granted $40,000 bail with a surety when he appeared before Master Margaret Sukraj Goswami at the North High Court yesterday after he was charged with gang-related offenses. Sankar was charged with offenses under the Anti-Gang Act 4 of 2021, specifically being a gang member contrary to Section 5.1b and professing to be a gang member contrary to Section 5.1d. In addition, Kashif Sankar, Nikita Payne, and Aryan Sankar were jointly charged for the offense of possession of ammunition. The arrest and charges stem from an investigation conducted by the Special Investigations Unit Gang Enforcement Team into videos posted on social media platforms by the artist K-Man 6. The inquiry spanned from March 2023 to the present. It focused on K-Man 6's activity, during which time he was observed singing and using expressive gestures in videos that seemingly incited violence and promoted the Six Gang, accompanied by his alleged self-professed affiliation as a gang member to intimidate the public. On Friday, officers from the Special Investigations Unit, in collaboration with various units, conducted a targeted operation at the Clifton Lane, St. Paul Street, Port of Spain area. The officers executed a warrant at Kashif Sankar's residence, which led to his arrest, along with 2 women for the possession of ammunition. The body of 85-year-old Trinidadian-born Hyacinth Gardner, who was visiting for Carnival, was found yesterday morning in Arima. According to police, just before 9 a.m. yesterday, officers of the Arima police station received a call that led them to the home of Gardner of Lime Boulevard in Santa Rosa, where they found her body lying on the ground. Parts of the home appeared to be ransacked. The area was cordoned off and the body was viewed by a district medical officer who informed officers that there appeared to be marks of violence on the body. A post-mortem has been ordered to confirm the cause of death. However, from initial investigations, police suspect that Garner was killed during a robbery. A vehicle matching the description of one that she owns was found in Wallerfield yesterday morning also. Gardner was a teacher who lived in the U.S. Another earthquake has been recorded in Trinidad and Tobago. The UWI Seismic Research Center recorded the 5.2 magnitude earthquake occurring at 10:18 p.m. on Monday, 5th of February. Its location was latitude 11.01 degrees north, longitude 62.06 degrees west, at a depth of 32 kilometers. It was felt in Port of Spain, Arima, San Juan, and San Fernando. There were no reports of injury or damage. On Saturday, 3rd February, another 5.2 earthquake was experienced at 2:33 p.m. in TNT. You are listening to news on Power 102 Digital to 7 o'clock. Further afield, the independent body that reviews how the owner of Facebook moderates online content has said the firm should label fake posts rather than remove them. The oversight board said Meta was right not to remove a fake video of U.S. President Joe Biden because it did not violate its manipulated media policy. However, it said the policy was incoherent and should be widened beyond its scope ahead of a busy election year. Well, finally, here is weather news for the period today till midnight. Trinidad and Tobago fair to partly cloudy and breezy with a light occasional moderate showers favoring hilly areas in Trinidad. Look out for a forecast maximum temperature of 31 degrees Celsius at Piarco International Airport and 32 degrees Celsius at Crown Point in Tobago. Currently, the temperature is 26 degrees Celsius at Piarco and 27 degrees Celsius at Crown Point. Recapping your headlines to 7 o'clock, the TTPS will be at full strength during Carnival. MOU between FET promoters and TTPS said to be working well. Recording artist Kashif Sankar, aka K-Man 6, is granted bail after appearing before magistrate, and fake Biden video prompts call for Meta to label posts. I'm Avril Sintilbab. That was news to 7 o'clock on Power 102 Digital. Look out for more news in detail at 12 noon today and an update at 8 o'clock this morning. For more details, log on to power102fm.com.
Up to date and credible. Power 102 Digital.
All right, thank you so much, AV, for our major news. She'll walk back into the studio at 8 o'clock for our news brief. All right. So thank you so much, AV. Quickly, let's take a look and see what's happening. Any issues with traffic this morning? Let's see. Any accidents anywhere? Yesterday we had a couple. Nothing. Rivulet Road is lighter than usual. San Fernando is lighter than usual. You're going to pick up your traffic from Charleville heading towards the interchange in the Port of Spain. All right, usual traffic in the usual spots. Let's see. We've got some. I did Aries Born Beauty. Where's Richie Rich? I have to wait till Richie Rich comes in to read these votes.
Actually, I took them down, you know. I actually went to
so
I looked at all of the votes post 7 a.m.
Right.
Which
So Beauty Culture said yes. Lester Crigwell says yes.
Crigwell.
Abigail Rickson. Hey, Abby. Morning to you, Abby. Hope all is well to you, Abby. She said yes. CJ New York. Adrian Cotto said yes. Eve out in Sugargorner says yes. Dan Rad says, I think so. Okay. Val, my answer is no. Val says no. All right. So there we go, Richie Rich.
Right. So we had our poll this morning. Do you think the national security apparatus can ensure a safe TNT Carnival 2024? We had 25 people voting on the poll this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the 25 people, 24 of you said yes, one person said no. We had just one solitary no this morning. So the vast majority do think that the national security apparatus can ensure a safe TNT Carnival 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, well, obviously the yeses have it this morning. Of course, you can continue to vote on this poll throughout the day, through our programming, and we'll give you the final result tomorrow morning, which will be Wednesday. Wednesday, Wednesday the what, 7th? What it will be?
The 7th.
Tomorrow is the 7th.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
So tomorrow will be what? Lime?
Today will be Lime.
Is today or tomorrow?
It's Wednesday?
It's usually Wednesday, I think.
Okay, all right. Lime and Patrice, same night.
We could storm. Is there any which way to storm now?
You could try.
Let me call Karen.
Good luck.
Wow.
Boom.
There was something in the news with regard
before you start, Richie Rich, did you call the Minister of Health yesterday?
No, I didn't, you know. I was driving at the time, and I said when I get home, and of course when I got home, I got, you know,
you want to call him now? You want to call him now?
No, I don't want to do it on here.
I want to do it on here.
No, I don't. But I don't want to do it on here.
You know what we're talking about? And Paul, you're an avid animal lover as well.
You know, there's the issue of cataract surgery. So one of my dogs has a cataract or has cataracts.
Has cataract, yeah.
And you know, you go to different vets, and they do all of the testing and stuff, and the eye pressure, etc., etc., etc. And then they tell you that surgery for dogs for cataracts in Trinidad and Tobago can only be done at the vet hospital in Mount Hope.
Mm-hmm.
At the vet hospital in Mount Hope, the machine apparently is not working.
Yeah.
And so there's this queue.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume
being
it's
very nice with your
and I
words.
assume it's a lengthy queue of people with dogs or pets, because you can have cats and dogs with cataracts who can't get it done because apparently the vet hospital in Trinidad is the only place that does it. And they just can't get it done because there's something wrong with the machine, whatever that means. So I called yesterday to say, well, what is wrong with the machine? Because vets are giving you that information, right? So, or I called about 20-something vets. And so the one I eventually went to in Cunupia, who did all of the examination and stained the eye and tested everything, they said, well, we have all of the information once the machine is working, but we don't know when that machine is going to work again. So I called the vet hospital yesterday and I said, well, I'd like to find out about the machine. No, the machine is, I said, I understand it's not working. Well, we have the machine is here. It's not operational, but there is something wrong, but she couldn't exactly tell me what is wrong, because I want to know, well, what's wrong? Is it what's wrong with the machine? Is it the machine has to be replaced? Is it the Ministry of Health has to be pressed and lobbied, because you have lots of pet owners across the country with the problem and can't get a resolve because of this mysterious machine? She said, well, there'll be no cataracts in the immediate future. I could tell you that, a version of that. So I said, well, can I speak to the doctor in charge? Because she couldn't tell me what was wrong with the machine. So she took my information and they said they would call me back. Well, they haven't called me back as yet.
She's not a technician, so I do expect her to have the information,
Right.
but they should have a general sense of information.
Well, I asked to speak to the doctor in charge of those kinds of things to find out clearly what is wrong. So she said she would give the information to the doctor, but the doctor hasn't called me as yet. But I mean, that could simply because they were very busy yesterday. So I was telling Steve, well, I don't know if I need to speak to Terrence Yeltsin to find out about what's going on, but I wanted to find out precisely what it was first with regard to it. But it's an issue for pet owners with cataracts that nothing can be done in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, because the one
is the machine a scanning machine or a medical intervention machine?
It's an intervention, because what it does is it replaces the lens.
Oh, okay.
Of the
It's the same as taking out cataract for a human. The same is pretty much the same machine for an animal.
Is it?
It's all dealing with the same machine.
I thought the cataract machines for humans was more laser approach to something like that.
Well, with the new tech, I don't know what machine the vet hospital has. What they have, I don't know. Now it's like laser, but I don't know what they have. It probably is.
Did they say how long the machine was down, Richard?
No. For a while, the vets.
What does a while mean?
It's a while, as in a long while. And the way the person I spoke to yesterday said, well, that it's not happening now. So I don't know. What is this mysterious
So is it that they don't consider, and I know they have balancing act with resources, but they don't consider pet cataract surgery a priority now?
Well, I don't want to be definitive and say that.
Did you call Sunnyview by chance, Rich?
No, I didn't call Sunnyview.
And that's the only machine that can do that in the country. Is it that? And
That's
they know
what
other
vets
ways.
are telling me. That's what
They
the
know
vets are
other
telling
ways
me.
to
That's what vets are telling
operate
me.
on the
That's
animals.
it's only the vet hospital that does it. So I don't go with what vets say, because this is not my field. So that's what they said. So I said, let me find out more about that machine first by speaking to the doctor in charge.
And there are no private institutions that do it in the country.
No. I spoke to 24 different vets who called. And they said vet hospital.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, if there is one, well, I would love to know. And I think a lot of pet owners would love to know.
Of course.
Because they said the vet I went to eventually, which is the one I usually go to in Cunupia, told me there's a long queue of people waiting.
I know there's some jurisdictions that already prioritize animal care also. Maybe not equal to humans, but they already prioritize them as important. Not that they don't do it here, but I mean, to hear that the machine is non-operational for a long time, a relatively long period of time, is untenable. But maybe there's a reason that we need to find out from the Minister of Health.
Yeah. So that's why I said I wanted to find out the particulars first.
Or maybe we can call the the head of the Veterinary Association, Steve. I don't know who that is now.
Oh, you know I have that number. Hold on.
Who is Veterinary Association? I don't know the same person that I had. Dr. Renee Lezama Driscoll was the PRO before. I don't know if she still is. Maybe the I'm sure the Vet Association would know because a lot of complaints would go to them.
I have the Chief Veterinary Officer.
That could work.
Hold on.
Please don't put them on the air immediately without one.
No.
There was something that was said in the news that struck me. I just can't remember what it was. It escapes me right now. With regard to, it wasn't Carnival.
I see the Guardian is reporting that Earl will know her fate today when the Prime Minister meets, which is an odd thing. Very an odd thing, given that in my understanding,
fate? What do you mean by that?
As if the contract will be extended for another year. Remember, it's a year-by-year extension based on, I think, recommendations on the Police Service Commission, and of course, the government has to acquiesce to that. But why would the Prime Minister announce that now? This is February, March, April, May.
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, it is strange. I mean, it's a very odd time to say we're going to renew it. You understand?
Yeah.
Because the year still has her year in office, to me, I think still has 3 months because the first year contract after her birthday was renewed in May. Not so?
Yeah. Sometime I think.
It would be an odd time for the Prime Minister to make a statement on that, since her full term has not expired yet. And I'm sure a successful Carnival security coverage would impact on the assessment, not so?
Yeah.
Because Carnival is a big national festival, probably the biggest national festival we have. So, I have no reason to believe that it won't be successful because we've always had relatively safe carnivals, you know?
Yeah.
So.
I heard 3 Carnival show was well attended on Sunday and Monday.
Sold out last night.
Yeah, well attended. And
good for them.
They had a good time. Somebody who went it yesterday. Yesterday I spoke to them and they were saying, yeah, it was really good. I didn't get a chance to see it. I mean, I went. Did I go last year? I think I went last year.
Yeah, they called up my name Sunday night. I don't know why they called up my name for. In the Bacchanal.
Who called up your name?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they put you got a verse?
I got a verse.
You've been immortalized in song?
Not for the first time. Hopefully for the last time. Never a dull moment. But I heard it was a really good show, you know. As usual, because their shows are really, really good.
Yeah.
There was only one year I thought it was a little dark, you know. And I told Wendell that. I said, I understand that you have to make a social commentary on the issues, but some people go to shows also for release, for joy. So if you have a balance of joyous songs, joyful songs, I should say, it kind of was a lot for me. I ain't dressing up and going to a show to hear bad news all night. You want joy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She typing slow this morning, boy.
I was trying to adjust my lighting and stuff, and I was looking.
So you went last night. Let me mind your business.
Hold on, Paul.
We went online, but what happened to that? He went P&M Fred with it. He went P&M Fred. That's where he went.
No.
Didn't he get tickets for that?
I did get tickets, but no, I didn't go to the P&M Fred.
Okay.
I have some cousins down here, but I also if I go into Pulaski at Walter Han, I just basically go on the avenue, and well, there's parts of the avenue that are rougher than other parts.
down in the end. Down in the end.
I tend to go by Frankie's more than I would.
Which is pretty central.
Yeah, that more than I would go, let's say, Fitch Street and There's a new bar opposite Fifth Street of some sort. I can't remember. I don't know what the name is. Also, generally, I'm a Brooklyn bar kind of person in that area. Generally, I like Brooklyn bar. It's calmer. It's
Yeah, nothing is centrally Bacchanal, and parking is easier.
I like Brooklyn bar.
Yeah,
but foreigners are about. Lots of accents about.
How was last night in terms of like just general people around, milling around?
Well, the Fifth Street area was very crowded. I would say that. By Frankie's was mixed, light, come and go. The flow, ebb and flow of people, not as crowded as it would be on a weekend. Absolutely. But people around and a lot of foreigners around, and Brooklyn Bar had some people, ebb and flow. Foreigners around.
It will intensify as the week progresses. This is the week of Carnival.
Yeah, so every night.
Every night will be something.
Every day there's something to do. I'm sure there's a party going on right now as we are talking.
No, the parties usually start Wednesday and Thursday in the day.
Trust me, there is something on right now.
Probably runaway and all that kind of thing. Kyrie people and all that kind of craziness.
Yeah.
The King and Queens, I think, is tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Or may have been last night. I went to Savannah yesterday as I was telling Steve earlier and took in about 45 minutes of the Junior Calypso Monarch. Those kids are so talented. Those children, I should say. I know Wendell, I hate the word kids. Those children are so talented, and the tiny, tiny ones have these huge voices. And it's a good, when you think of the fact that Machelle, Patrice, I think, voice would have been gospel lips. So a lot of the artists you see today started in Junior Calypso Monarch. The soca artists, and I don't know if they wrote the songs themselves, but the way they deliver those songs, like they have full command of the understanding of the topic, the content,
Yeah.
And really, really good. I just wish that we could, I don't know what the answer is, but I'm always disappointed by the look of the Savannah stage for those things. I mean, it's an expansive stage, but there's so much more we could do. And I know the March Gras coming up, and we have this conversation again about the March Gras production level, and it's a really good cast for Calypso Monarch. And Carnival Standard is also King and Queen finals, not so?
Yeah, King and Queen finals.
Yeah. So, I know. Right, there's a bungee and fan boat ride on now. I already saw a picture of her posting by the sea. So they have a boat ride on now. We had a lot of boat rides.
There's a lot of winding taking place on that boat right now, Paul.
So, a lot of stuff happening in South and Central and East also. So we'll see you all be safe out there. Carnival costumes being collected, this section here, that section there. And but I was in Port of Spain yesterday, and I just found it was so calm. It was like eerily calm. I guess because no marshal and people were around getting clothing and this and that, and normally it would have been a very frenetic night in Port of Spain, but it was a calm. It's a good way for Marshall to test the waters. He must be sitting back and boiling. Build demand. You understand? Take a year off and build demand. When I bring it back next year, so you better pay the price everyone and charge you because you show me that's what you need it. Marketing at its best. Yeah.
There's certainly a sense of Carnival in Port of Spain that you get the energy and the vibe that Carnival is in the air. You do get it in Port of Spain. In Arima, of course, it's totally absent. It's just another week.
So there's no who usually organizes the Carnival in Arima?
The Arima Borough Council, I guess.
Oh, okay. So they didn't get up yet. It's only 7:30.
They launched Carnival a couple of weeks ago. So they had they blocked off, I believe, Farfar Street, and they had some pan and stuff like that. That was it, but I don't know that there's anything. I think they're moving the trek of the bands from the Savannah. They have usually they go around the Savannah. Usually they used to go through the town. But that had stopped and it just went to the Savannah, which kind of just kept the town completely dead. So I heard that they started to bring it back into town this year. I mean, back into the city center this year. But I don't know what they're doing for Juve. A lot of people go to Brazil for Juve, and a lot of people go to Aruca for Juve.
Aruka Juve is always it's a well-developed Juve and Carnival Monday.
Juve in Arima is, well, you want 20 people. So beyond the other people who go to Port of Spain. Yeah. So I
wish they could let me produce the Mashka. I'd love to produce the Mashka. Would love to produce the Mashka.
Yeah. But that earthquake yesterday, you know, like that was last night at 10:29 or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's when I jumped on the bed. 10:18.
Yeah, I absolutely felt absolutely nothing in Arima. There was nothing. I know any news item you all said Arima, and I assume somebody in Arima must have felt it, but I just saw was my friend Ricardo sent me, oh God, earthquake. That was the message on WhatsApp. Oh God, earthquake.
But it was 5.2 again.
Yeah. And my reply was to him was put down the white oak now.
Excuse me.
I did get on to the former chief veterinarian officer. There's a new officer in charge. So I'm waiting for her.
Did he give you any insight?
No.
Did they know anything about it?
Did you ask him?
Her, yes, I did.
Did you ask her? Sorry.
And what she said, she didn't know anything about it?
She said the new chief veterinary officer will answer these questions.
Oh, she didn't want to.
I did get an office number, but nobody's going to be there now. So I did ask for a mobile, and she said she's going to contact her and let her call me back. But we do have some calls streaming in, gents. So let's grab them. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Morning, Sonny. What's up?
Yeah, so my answer for the early poll, you can't really miss the Soca Monarch was a thing. When it was a thing, it was good and it phased out. Now, growing up in the 70s in San Fernando, on Coffee Street had the bar in the corner of Coffee Street and Royal Road had a bar there. That guy used to bring out Gorilla Mask. Then lower down by Drayton Street had a guy used to bring Bat Mask. And like I grew up with the Legals in San Fernando. They were a San Fernando Carnival family. So for Juve, they used to have Hawaiian party, not t-shirt and underwear. They used to sew the people come register, they take measurements and they sew the Hawaiian outfit. So it phased out for maybe people's vanity. They want to show off more of their body. God knows why. People starting to bring it out like this evening in Adams Street Square, have the traditional mass, I think at 7. I'm trying to go to that this evening. There's a band in Saparia that's doing Gorilla Mass. So people still trying to think, but I don't know. It's because I believe people don't want it anymore. I don't know why, but they don't want it. I don't know why. I can't understand it. My uncle, late Uncle Edmund, he told me, he said, you feel, well, he gave up the band to his children, and well, the band, well, let's not go on to what happened with the band. But he said, you feel I want to see bikini and beads and feathers, but that's what the people want. Because he showed me the costumes that he had when they played Legions of Rome and all that. That would have been in the late 60s, 70s. And people love the mask then, but now they just want underwear and feathers. And I guess yeah, I don't understand it. I remember where I had played Kiddies Carnival when I probably was 12, and we played Little Romance, and we had our shield and sword and full costume, and it was exciting to pretend for a minute that you were in Rome and so on. But I think everything gone haywire. We can't really. Yes, we miss it. It had memories now, but I think that is it for Soca Monarch. Unless someone gets the franchise and pump money into it, I think it will be there, just like the Carnival Queen shows that we used to have yesterday. We don't have it again. That was a big thing I grew up in the 70s, and I was a child, I remember I was the last one. So my bigger brothers and sisters, they would talk about it. And I've been going to my sister husband who was in CDC, so we used to go to Calypso and things as children, and that's why we love that.
The JC's Carnival Queen.
Yes, that was a big show. They used to have a book published after, like a magazine with all different queens where they come from.
They have a new book that's published now. It's called Scorch.
Yeah, but that was a regular thing. After Carnival, you get the little magazine with all the queen. This one come from here. She's the daughter of this one, and whatever. But we don't see it again.
Well, JC's a big shot thing, eh? It wasn't for everybody. Just saying.
Yeah. I don't know why. When it became that, it's supposed to be unity. I remember I used to stay by Legal. I used to live on Coffee Street between Cherry Blossom, which would have been Great Wall, Soon's Great Wall. Before they were Great Wall, they used to be on the top of Prince of Wales Street. And Sumad Sultan Khan Printry. They used to live on upstairs, below a bar was downstairs. Next to them was our mass camp. And there was excitement to go in the mass camp. Taking sequence, Borokeet. That's the first thing I learned how to bend wire, was a Borokeet from Rudy Legal. He teach me how to bend the wire. So I can't understand how is it that we have to teach school as a kind of like industrial arts, because it's something that you can make money if you go somewhere and you could bend wire and you could do this and you could do that. Is it that we have to maybe do it in school to teach it for the people to love it? Because I know in other countries they teach their traditional things. But I don't understand why people don't love it, because it's something, once you do it, you love it.
Well, they have iPads and iPhones and thing now.
Thanks, Sonny.
Well, I guess everybody should try and go out to this thing in Adamson Square. Let us revive it, because it's our past, it's history. And there's a band in Superior. People go out and I don't know them. I don't have any affiliation with them. I happened to pass yesterday and I saw they're bringing out the Gorilla Mass. They're doing a band, a Juve band. It's a nice band. I mean, you're afraid of that as a child.
Oh, yeah.
I keep up the good work.
I saw there was a shark attack in the North Coast over the weekend.
Yeah, a guy went spear fishing off Blanchardshires, North Coast, and brave no tail.
But if you see this, if this is this man's injuries, wow, you're really lucky to be alive. He's very lucky to be alive. So, but
I remember as a boy in Arima, and this is just going back to what Juve was like in Arima at that point. I mean, we used to go by our Auntie Pearl, who was closer to the dial, and you could see from her gallery, the dial and people coming on the dial, and your parents would carry you out on the pavement, and these jabs would be coming down, and jabs and devils and
blue devils,
and they would ask you for money. This pay the devil, and they would have these whips, and you would be screaming as children, and you were really afraid, but mesmerized. You don't really have that much.
Because it was street theater. It was a performance.
It was street theater.
It's street theater. Yeah, and they put on, and they have the pant where they put the money in, and they actually put on a show. It's
you don't have that anymore.
It's like, I mean, when you think about it, what band are you going to? You're going to see bodies, and do you take children in participate to see bodies? I mean, there's still a lot of the traditional mass that they do some great stuff.
And the whining,
the Indian bands, with the feather work, the intricate feather work, and they still have some jab and blue devils and stuff. But for the most part, we know what it is. Is a replica of Brazil. That's basically what it is. And then they have some of them don't even go down in Savannah now because they have their own place, soakers room.
Mm-hmm.
So some of them are at a time in Savannah. Because they have their own cameras on the in the Jean Pierre complex and their own space.
Well, it's geared towards the enjoyment of the paying customer. Remember, it's a product,
mm-hmm.
and the product is tailored to what the demand requires.
Well,
so I think there is a space for traditional mass that maybe needs some more effort, and it has to be probably have some level of input from the state in terms of how that is preserved, how that is given some space within the overall space, just like how the Camboulet has become a thing in the Carnival that you go to. You could find a space to create it, but other parts of mass and it's going to evolve. So I'm never too, how should I say, intense about it, because everything evolves. So there's a space for evolving and there's a space for preserving legacy, and you have to find the correct balance and act for both.
Yeah, there's a space for everything, but as things evolve, you don't want to lose the intricacies and the joys of the traditional stuff because it's part of history. So I think there needs to be some investment in keeping those things alive, because generally if you don't keep presenting them, we're going to lose them after a while. But I think Paramount does a good job of keeping the Blue Devils alive because they pass it down from generation to generation.
Yeah.
And they make sure and teach the young ones the art, and they come out and they represent very strongly the Indian bands to the traditional Indian bands too. Every year you see about 30 of them coming out, and you see various ages. You see the grandfather, the father, the children, all in the costumes, and they all participate in making the costumes too. So
yeah, we have a call, gentlemen. Good morning.
Hey, morning, Mr. Richard Ragoobarsingh. Morning, sir.
Morning, Mr. Patrick.
Yeah, I listened to the guy talking there. He called something with the 60s and the 70s. And now in 2024, the young people now have a different trend of thought, and they see things different. They're having party like stink and dirty and no drawers and that kind of thing. You want them, get them to wear any long dress? You know what I'm saying? So beads and bikini and flaunt your body. Them girls and young men going in gym, all them gyms sell out to flex, to look good, you understand? Ragoobarsingh?
Yeah.
They're going in the gym. It have a band, our partner will be here every year, McFarlane. Them don't pay long clothes band, you understand? But the young generation now ain't want that kind of mask. They want to flex the body and take a selfie and jump and wave and misbehave and things, right? Porishes, San Fernando Hill set with Brian Manning, it already gone, right?
I don't know.
I think that set was sometime
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Manning.
I was reading the article where they was saying that they had a lot of things to protect the customers from trying to fall over the cliff again. They put a lot of things in place and things. A lot of things in place.
On San Fernando Hill.
Yeah.
I think indoor fence or something.
I was in a little line Sunday, and a guy came with his wife and some girlfriend, and they say they now see a shark bite up a man up in Marcus up there. So, all the advice you go with Marcus up there, shark.
Yeah, in between two slices of beak. That's what it is.
No, in the sea.
All right, good one, Ragoobarsingh. Good one. Good one, Ragoobarsingh. Between two slices are big, but when the shark fight back, yeah.
Mr. Richard,
Yes, sir.
I was reading an article where Jack Warner said he was exonerated from the charge. The Supreme Court in the United States said that the authorities overreached their hand when they was going and interview people who in a private organization.
Well, there are several different charges afoot here. I saw the AG indicating in a press conference or a press release after that there are still other charges applicable.
So I hear no news about that. I hear no debate and no discussion about that.
It wasn't news. It was a major news item actually. But yeah, but I understand what you mean. The clarification of what it means. I think the Supreme Court in the US, I think what they were saying is that in a foreign jurisdiction where foreigners, non-nationals of the United States have allegedly committed X or Y, that a law in the United States attempting to hold a non-national culpable
in a foreign jurisdiction
crime outside of the United States
is overstep. Of course.
Yeah. Basically, I think it's along that line.
But that's something wrong with that law. I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
So you want the U.S. law to be applicable in Trinidad and Tobago if you are not U.S. citizen in Trinidad and Tobago? That's what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. Law is law wherever law is.
No, law is not law wherever law is. No, Mr. Patrick.
If I commit a crime...
So if that is the case, Trinidad and Tobago law is applicable in the U.S. then?
The China time of law is law.
You say law is law everywhere. So are Trinidad and Tobago laws applicable in the US and the UK? Question.
I understand what you're saying. But if you commit a crime, like if you're an American citizen and you come to Trinidad and you commit a crime, we lock you up here, right? And then we send you back to the
if there are mutual treaties that countries collaborate on and the laws intersect. But what the U.S. Supreme Court said is that American laws do not apply particularly to non-American nationals in non-American jurisdictions.
Well, then America has a right to be interfered with nobody, no way.
Well, as I said before, it depends if they have treaties of mutual intersecting laws. So they may say X and Y. We have, for example, extradition treaties. And they cooperate on particular thing. And if your dealings had an intersect with American banking system where you broke laws in America, though you may not be an American citizen.
Don't confuse yourself, Mr. Patrick.
All right, thanks, Mr. Patrick. Good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Mwah.
She's in a grumpy mood today.
Long overdue. Ooh, she needed that. She needed that. She needed that.
Look at the
Say the next one, please, to come. Like a Panadol.
Yeah, she was in a rookie.
Like a Panadol, please.
Get involved.
We have a call. Good morning.
6.
Yeah, hey, morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, what I find interesting in the thing is, I don't know if it was overlooked. I looked through the papers. Nobody don't talk much about the Marshall Montano at 40-something, close to his 50s, going back to school. And I find that was interesting as we talking about young men and young thing and education and how, seeing somebody with this amount of privilege going back to school and delving into his education, and I find nobody really touch on it or expand.
We did. We thought it was excellent that he thought it he thought it appropriate for him to go back to school and formalize, because a lot of what he's doing in that course he's done already. Yeah, he's just formalizing it in an education format. And we did say we think what I said. I think it's his preparation for a different incarnation.
Yeah, well, I was looking at more like, I don't know if the Ministry of Education tap on it or the other social media or the media and grill down on this thing, because education went through a long, almost 2 years of grill down, and people, it had all kind of, talk about education for almost 2 years. We went through the consultation, we went through this, and we went through that. But what we don't talk much about is, mid-career going back and doing and regaining, which is, I find, is it's something that we need to take advantage of. He's an important figure in the landscape, and how we use it, and maybe an interview. I don't know if you did an interview with him on that, and why he would. Because I always find that the Montanos are always progressive in the chocolate company and the other avenues that they have always moving in a way that I find people could look at. I see Sheldon Blackman and thing with their ranch and thing, and they're doing their projects and stuff and thing. But I see
Marshall Montano comes from a very strong education background. He's a top straight A student in primary and secondary schools. He did engineering. He did very well an engineering course, audio engineering course, and his parents are both educators, or were both educators. So this is and his brother also did very, very well academically. So their education based. So I'm not surprised that Marshall would think to go back to school.
Yeah, because I think the statistics, at least from sociological people, is that men, it's hard for older men to go back to school, but women are the ones who find it most to go back to school. I guess percentage-wise, I could be corrected, but I could get the data on that. I don't know if that, and that is an interesting thing, seeing a man going back to school.
My anecdotal experience is that, for example, in my PhD cohort, there were, out of 14 or 15, there were 5 guys. In the master's program of 30, there were about 10 guys to 20 women. So you're right. Okay. Women tend to do the education thing more. But that, and they usually excel more than the men. But corporate world still has a tendency to favor men. Women have to really over excel to top.
And I think that's the reason why men don't go, because they navigate the professional world.
It's easier for them.
Yeah, the social networking,
it's the boys' club.
And, the boys' club thing. So seeing a man going back to school, I think it touched on so many points then, so many interesting
It's
points.
very admirable.
Yeah. All right, later.
All right, man.
Thank you. Yeah. All right, couple of minutes again to take your calls.
Yeah, so 222-TALK, 222-8255, North Americans, 866-525-1099. People on the web and the app, well, you can still send your messages. I think Chris Tusa just sent one. I don't want to read it there, Steve.
It looks like Richard needs SOE help from Mrs. R.
I feel you're going to see Marshall in his sentence in 2025. Or the House of Representatives.
In the Senate? You think he wants
to
be
be
a
House of
senator?
Representatives. Remember, I tell you.
You think he wants to be a senator?
No, I don't think he wants to be. I think he's opening the doors to a new incarnation in his life. He's done everything else in entertainment. See, maybe he wants to contribute in a different way now. I could see Marshall as an excellent minister of culture, an excellent minister,
definitely.
Tourism, youth affairs. I could see it. I could see it very easily. He's a very, very intelligent man. The way he's navigated most of his adult professional career. He had some challenges and he navigated them also. But who hasn't? You know? And he's 50, almost 50 now, if not 50 or so.
Yeah, around there.
His name is 50s? I don't know.
I think 50 or just about here, around that age, you know? I don't see him wanting to be. He will probably still do shows, but I mean, to be in every fete, every carnival, it must be tiring. He's doing this since he's 7 years old, you know? After a while, okay, yeah, it's a long time, 40-something years. So, I could see he's evolving. He is evolving. And he said his educational endeavors inspired the Calypso, soul of Calypso.
Yeah, he did say that.
So
he's 49 years old.
Here you go. So, there you go. Education is a
taking your
wonderful
calls and your comments. And
keeps your brain active to learn new
as we
things.
head towards 8 a.m. this morning. Yeah. Well, they say you should never retire. They say you should
Never stop learning.
Yeah, always do something. Do something you love, though. Don't be, disheartened and unhappy as you grow older. Do something you love.
Well, I was telling my cousin that her son is about to register for UE, and she wanted him to do risk management. I said, what does he want to do? She said he wants to do psychology. I said, so why you want him to do it? Because she feels that have more money in that. I said, why you forcing him to do something he doesn't want to do? He has to spend 4 years of his life on an undergraduate degree, go through real stress to something he doesn't like. So I said, here what to do. Let him register for a major in psychology and a minor in risk management. So they're happy with that. I said, don't let him do something he don't want to do because you think it have more money in it and he burn out and he fed up and he unhappy. You understand? Do something you love and passionate so it'll drive you because 4 years is a lot for an undergraduate because there are a lot of challenges, a lot of work. To let him enjoy it, let him be passionate about what he's doing. Otherwise, you're going to burn out.
Yeah.
Let's grab this call here, gentlemen, before we wrap up this morning. Good morning.
Hi, love you. Have a good day. You're just jealous, man. You can never get that publicly on the air. Love you, Rich. Good morning, Steve. Have a good day.
That's a good last call. That's a good last call.
Well, it's appropriate. She's generally the last call, so.
That was you.
It's quite appropriate. She's true to form. The last call of port. The last one.
Oh, Paul.
I mean, after Cindy, who could there be? After Cindy, what's left for me?
You Mrs. R. Leave.
You gotta go try everything else before you reach Cindy. The last call. Go. Knock yourself.
You are a good last call.
Not here for a reason. It's not the first call or the second call or the third call or the fifth call. It's the last call.
That was a good one.
the old people, like Stephen M. say that things move in threes. The old people say that. So I don't know if there's going to be a third earthquake today.
A 5.2.
Because there seems to be some uptick in seismic activity. So
well, the heat to her. Did we mention that Prince King Charles, has been diagnosed with prostate cancer?
Is it prostate?
I think it was an enlarged prostate, and he's receiving treatment for it.
Yeah, they didn't disclose what type of cancer it was, though.
They said cancer, and then the article also said he went for screening for an enlarged prostate. So, you understand? Do the math.
Oh, you're jumping to that conclusion. I just want to be sure.
I was going to extend it, but it was inappropriate.
Coming from.
So we wish him all the best. His prognosis seems good. His son flew from LA to be with his father.
Yeah,
and
Harry is flying from LA to Buckingham Palace.
And I think they said they reversed some of the non-royal duties that they had taken away from them and given them back because he himself has put back in some of his royal duties. But he's still operating as king of the realm through his officials, So, kind of thing. Wish him all the best for a full recovery.
Yeah.
They said it's not prostate. Somebody's telling me it's not prostate. Well, did they say what kind of cancer it is, producer?
I don't think they had revealed what sort of cancer it is.
Yeah.
But it was picked up on tests that they did when he went in the hospital last week. So.
Yeah. He's 70-something years old, is it?
Yeah. 77, I think. No, can't be that.
70-something years old.
Well, I think they say in the top 3 cancers for men is colorectal, is that right?
Prostate.
75 years old.
And lung.
And lung cancer.
And so, colonoscopies is something that you're supposed to get from the age 45 onwards. Even though in a Trinidad and Tobago context, it is just so bloody expensive. And what is irritating, and I'm speaking directly to you, Attic, and insurance companies across Trinidad and Tobago, what is irritating is that colonoscopies don't come under health insurance. at least a lot of health insurances, it doesn't come under it unless it's required as some sort of
executive
necessary
medical
intervention
Mhm.
rather than preventative. You would think that insurance companies would cover it as a preventative measure because you don't want the associated costs if it goes wrong later on. But I don't know. It's one of
Well,
those.
I like
really stupid
insurance to the bottled water industry. Same thing. Way to take your money for nothing. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Be safe. It's Carnival, Tuesday before Carnival. So please be careful on the roads. Enjoy yourselves in moderation and look out for each other.
All
Morning,
right,
Mrs.
have a
Lara.
great day,
Take the
whatever you
last
do.
one.
Of course, reminding you that Trinidad and Tobago Comedy Week starts from Valentine's Day next week, which is also parading as Ash Wednesday and Catholics. So Valentine's Day and Ash Wednesday are but one next week Wednesday, and that's when we start with Nikki, 50ish and still hot AF, the Carnival edition. That's taking place on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And on Saturday and Sunday, Bacchanal, Bubble, and Bad Behavior. The Carnival edition is on. All of this is at the Central Bank Auditorium, which is going to be the mecca of Trinidad and Tobago Carnival Comedy Week next week. Of course, tickets are on sale at all the outlets. You can check Trinidad and Tobago RSRR Productions theater page on Facebook and Insta. All of the information of where all those outlets are, where you can get tickets, and of course, where you can also purchase tickets online. I know tickets are selling at all outlets, so get your tickets early for Trinidad and Tobago Comedy Week. It is going to be spectacular. Have a great day, whatever you do. Have a great night. I mean, some people not seeing sleep until next week.
Yeah, until Wednesday.
Until Wednesday morning.
Well, not even that, because Wednesday is cool down too.
Yeah, Wednesday they will get some sleep and they will be coming to theater and comedy from Wednesday night. So have a fantastic day, whatever you do. Be safe out there, and above all, enjoy it. Enjoy life. Be happy. It's good, and laughter is good for stress relief and your health. So have a good one. I'm going to see if I can get on to the vet at the hospital to find out what the hell is going on with that